Hey everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the Navigator drone from UDI RC. This is a little 720p phone app drone that could be flown indoors or outdoors, so stay tuned and let's check it out. So the Navigator is a little quadcopter with built-in prop guards, which I appreciate them when they're not too obtrusive, and these seem to be fairly unobtrusive, so good for flying indoors. It's not a very big one, it's not a very small one. I'd say it's a little bit smaller than, say, a DJI Spark. Not in the same class as a Spark. It doesn't have GPS, but it does have a FPV app that works over Wi-Fi with your phone. It does have a low battery warning. And it does have a 720p camera, and it actually has a slot for a micro SD card that will slip in right here in the back. So you can put a micro SD card in the back right where the battery goes in. This is the battery. The battery is a little, no, it's interesting. It says 3.7 volt times 2. So that must mean it has 2 cells. So it's a 2S battery or a 7.4 volt, 350 milliamp hour battery. Which is a small battery, but probably fine for this little guy. And it has, like I said, the prop guard's built in, comes with extra props, 4 gig micro SD card. This little remote is flat black. It's kind of, I just did some stuff with the Bugs FPV racers, and they had a similar kind of flat black remote. It has a headless mode. It has auto takeoff, and it does have an app that you can run. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn it on. It might be that it doesn't like me holding it. This was the case with another quad I just had. So I'm going to set it down. It might sense the motion and won't pair up while it's moving. All right, that was the case. As soon as I set it down, it paired. So I just push the stick down, up, down. The way you start up the rotors is you pull both the sticks down and in, and the way you start the camera is, well, there's an automatic takeoff button. I'm assuming one of these up here does the camera. But let me go ahead and put my phone on here as well. This actually will pull out, and your phone goes right up here. So let me grab the phone. So as with all quads like this, you've got to turn off your usual Wi-Fi and look for the network that the quad is putting out. This one's called UDI RC FPV. Okay, so I joined the Wi-Fi network from the quad, and now the application that I need is called Flying C, and it's the one, you can see it's the one in the upper right of this image. It's the blue icon, that one right there, Flying C. So go ahead and hit Flying C from UDI RC. Okay, and there we go. This is the live view of the Flying C. You can see the kind of the delay, check, move my head a little bit. So that's what the screen sees. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this onto the remote control. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start recording. So I just hit the record button, and I'm going to take off. And I'm going to fly around the living room a little bit. Whoop. Hit the wall, but the prop guards did their job. So I'm going to try out the headless mode real quick. So yeah, the headless works. You can tell it's in headless because you see how the, if you can see how the lights are blinking, that is an indication of headless mode. Then when I take it out of headless mode, the lights they're kind of going in a sequence right now. When I take it out of headless mode, they should stop doing that, which they just did. And so now it's back in normal. Okay, so one other little trick is that the high and low rates and the trim buttons are on the back. They're kind of hidden. So the high-low rate, 1 beep is going to be low, 2 beeps is going to be medium, 3 beeps is going to be high. So I'm in high rate now, which is where I really wanted to fly it. And take it around one more time. Oh yeah. Way better in high rate. It does lose altitude on you a little bit when you go forward pretty fast. And there's my low battery warning. So I'm gonna land it. So to wrap up on the Navigator, it's a good little quad. I like the way it flies. It's very crisp. About a week or two ago, I did a review of the fader, and the fader has a nice camera quality, but the fader does not fly very well. It has this weird hesitation when you turn. It just kind of takes it a second to respond to your inputs. And the Navigator does not have that issue. It flies very smoothly. It flies great indoors or outdoors. It seems to do well in a small space, but also with a little bit of wind outside. I wouldn't fly this with a big wind. That was my other problem with the fader, is I felt like it was underpowered. The app is pretty decent. It's the Flying C app. It's used for a few different drones, and it works okay. This is going to be something that's a great little learning quad. It's a great little quad for flying indoors or out, for line of sight flying. I don't really like trying to fly FPV with the Wi-Fi apps. They're just not fast enough and responsive enough to allow you to really fly FPV. You can try to do it. You can get the goggles and drop your phone into the goggles. But overall, this is not an FPV quad. It's more of a line of sight, learning to be a better pilot, good little quad. I'll put a link in the description so you can check out the Navigator. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to know more about what is the right drone for you, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.